Good evening, friends. What's happening in the USA has broken my heart. USA was known for its democracy, was known for its freedoms, was known to be a nation that upheld principles and was quick to arrest fraudulent situations. But now we see the principles being attacked, the values of the society being degraded, and the heart of man desperately deceived and wicked. And I've never seen a leader in office being attacked, stabbed, ridiculed, disrespected to this extent. We are called to pray for our leaders, irrespective of the fact whether we like them or dislike them. But that's what we've been mandated to do. And it really causes me grief to see even some of our believers not really standing for the heart of God, for righteousness, for the truth, and being guided by the outward appearance instead of character. I do know that the Lord of hosts has sown, saying, "Surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. As I have purposed, so shall it stand," according to Isaiah 14:24. And we as believers have been crying out to God that righteousness will be exalted in that nation and that the people of the nation will be spared. And as a result, the church of God would be spared. But it seemed to be at this moment that it looks as if all's ended and USA is going on down the hill. And so what do we do as believers in this moment? Do we fear and do we give up? Or I've been seeking the Lord. I've been, not knowing how to go about this and how to understand what the Lord was doing. I know God is in control. He has the final say. But it's just that sometimes when you things don't turn out the way you hoped for, and when you've been holding on to a thin rope and you feel it's snapping, you tend to give up, you tend to get discouraged. But we got to believe that God is in control and He has the final say, and God is always for righteousness and truth. And while I was seeking the Lord, I felt the Lord reminding me of Luke chapter 11, where we observe the story of Lazarus, a friend of Jesus, being dead and in the tomb for 4 days. Now, his sisters sent word to inform Jesus that Lazarus was sick. However, Jesus didn't come to the scene or come to their home up until 4 days after he was dead or in the tomb. And then Martha, in that story, would say to the Lord, "Had you been here, this would have not happened." And then Jesus says, "If you believe in me, you will see the glory of the Lord." And what struck me at that moment, as I was reading, I felt the Lord was ministering to me, was that it may seem to be a dead situation right now. It may seem to be that our hopes, our dreams, our prayers didn't amount to anything, and it's our future as a church in America, and in the Northern America and in other states is going to be impacted. It's dead. However, even though it may be 4 days after, when the Lord decides to intervene, there is still room for us to see the glory of God, and there is still room for things to change unexpectedly, because God is still on the throne and He is working things out. And so I believe we shouldn't be discouraged at seeing what's going on in the natural, because God obviously is working behind the scenes. And I'm not saying that President Trump will come to power, or I'm not saying anything of that, but all I've told myself is that I will not get discouraged. I will not look at what's happening and lose hope, but instead I will go by the word of God, which says, if you believe, you will see the glory of God. And so I just want to encourage you, brothers and sisters, those of you who have prayed, those of you who have fasted, those who have believed that God would move and protect the church, that the church will be an influence. And we're called to be that. I mean, of course, our hope is not in a president, our hope is not in a nation, our hope is in the Lord and is soon coming. Yet, up until the time that we live on this earth, we are called to be the salt and the light of the world, and we have to make an influence, make a difference in this world and influence the world for God. So I just want to leave that encouragement with you, as the Lord encouraged me, that to continue to believe that God is sovereign, He's in control. And if we believe, and if that is God's will, He can still spare America and the nations that are kind of aligned with her or associated with her, and His church. That's you and I. God bless you. Stay encouraged.